Welcome back to In the Can. We are all very excited to be talking about the film Buck. Many of you are excited to be talking about this film. And director Cindy Meal and the film subject, Buck Brannaman, is here. Brannaman?
Yeah,
Brannaman.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for coming in. I like your tie.
Well, thank you.
It's very cool. So this film, a lot of people are talking about it for several reasons. Number one, we're familiar with you because you inspired the movie The Horse Whisperer. And many people are excited about you because this is the first time you've ever done a film, and here you are at Sundance.
I know.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So let's give an overview of what this film's about, this documentary is about.
Well, I had met Buck years ago and was so impressed with his horsemanship skills and the inspirational way that he did it, and I just thought this should be a film. So
you just met him at a clinic, because you're not.
I met him at a clinic.
You did not have a
yes.
background as a filmmaker, right?
No.
Okay, so
No.
you met him at a clinic and just thought this is an inspiring story.
Yes, because everyone around him is always inspired, and you come in and you're frightened and you have all these problems with your horse, but it turns out to be your life as well, that he infiltrates with what he's teaching with the horses. It does has this amazing crossover with your life. And
It's a metaphor.
it is a metaphor,
Yeah.
yeah.
So many people find inspiring stories, but they never think, I'm going to make a film about it. So kind of walk us through the process of, okay, we met him and now I'm going to make a film.
Well, I didn't think of it the first day.
Right.
I had known him about 8 years, and
Oh,
every
okay.
time I saw him, I kept thinking, why don't other people know this? I was riding on the East Coast. I was riding a different discipline. I wasn't riding Western. I didn't put a lot of stock in cowboys. I thought they didn't have a lot to teach me, and so
Do you
it was
get that a lot?
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. And
Finally, someone taking you seriously.
but it was so moving. It was so powerful to see what I could do with a horse after riding all my life, and then getting new tools that no one teaches,
Yeah.
and he does. But it was so much broader than that I just thought I have to do it, and so I did.
And so you did.
I did.
And what did you think about this idea when she brought it up to you?
Well, we already had gotten to know each other, and so I was pretty receptive to it right off. Although I wasn't sure she was going to really follow up and do it, because lots of people have grand ideas that are really
Right.
good ideas, but things just sometimes don't work out.
Exactly.
But she has been absolutely devoted to this the last 3 years, to where I don't know what in the world she's going to do after this, because this has been her whole life the last 3 years. So
She'll probably make another film
Be
since
quite
she's
an
learned out
adjustment.
she can do it pretty well.
yeah, yeah.
What surprised you most through this process? I mean, how long did this take? And were you surprised by the length of time that it took? And tell us more about the process and what you learned along the way.
I was. It took a good 2.5 years, and I went into it in a bit of a cavalier way. I thought I had some skills as an artist and photographer, and that I could figure it out. But you have such respect for filmmakers after doing it. It is so much work. It is 14, 15-hour days, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And I did figure it out, but I have an incredible team. I have Julie Goldman, Andrea Matic, Toby Shimon, all these incredible filmmakers that came in that knew what they were doing and could take my idea and my passion and mold it into this film, which audiences are really loving right now. We're very, very happy about it.
I think a lot of people that are not involved in the film business, they really don't realize how much work it is.
It's a lot of work. For
Because
1
when
minute of finished tape, it's what, 10 hours worth of work?
When I was working with
film.
Bob Redford on The Horse Whisperer, you'd hear about people starring in a movie, producing it and directing it, and you'd think, so? Yeah, well, seeing him do that, what a huge thing. I still can't believe that he did all 3 jobs on that. It was really amazing to me, but I had no past experience before that, but I have some appreciation for how hard they work now.
Yeah. It's an amazing process.
Yeah.
That's what I love about doing this, is I'm getting to talk to people who accomplish something great in their life, and here they are, so excited about reaping the rewards of it. So from your perspective, having the cameras following you for 2.5 years, did it get on your nerves? Did you get tired of it?
Not really. not really.
Not that you're going to admit now, right?
No, really, it was, I can't remember a time when, through the process, that I was just thinking, I should just run them off and send them home. Not once,
No.
really,
So it was
but we were
enjoyable for you.
friends.
Yeah.
So it was a different deal. We had a relationship as friends, and no, it really wasn't.
Yeah. Did you
wasn't
have
that
a goal
invasive.
for this film, or were you just letting her watch you in action, or did you want to communicate something?
Well, kind of from my point of view, I just hoped that people would get a true impression of what I've devoted my life to, and but Cindy had the same goal, so I really trusted her in how she was going to portray what I'm all about. So.
What a tribute. Well, let's take a quick look at Buck, and then we'll come back and talk about what we see here. So here's a clip from the film Buck.
I'm looking for the horse to learn how to follow a field. It's supposed to take that much. A little bit more. There. Left, right, left, right, left, right.
I've never actually seen him whisper to a horse, but I guess if there's a horse whisperer out there, it's Buck Brannaman. I don't know, you know.
That was a clip from the film Buck. Do you consider yourself a horse whisperer?
Well, put it this way, I'm not offended if someone else does, but coming from the world that I came from, it would be sort of odd for me to go around saying, well, hi, I'm Buck, and
I'm a horse whisperer.
yeah, that would be.
That's kind of cheesy in the cowboy world.
Yeah, I would probably lose all of my
But
friends.
you do recognize that you have a pretty remarkable talent,
Well,
right?
people sort of, if they're not from the horse world, that's sort of how they identify with what I do because of the movie and things. So that's sort of their way of describing what I'm all about. So that's okay.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, it's a metaphor. Is that what you wanted to really bring out in the film? Is that what he does on this level with horses is really a bigger story about human connection and all of that? Or, again, did you just approach it just from just seeing what his day-to-day is about?
Yeah, definitely. When there's such a transformation from his life, because he also had a difficult life growing up, and he was able to transform. He transforms horses, he transforms the people, because you really can't change a horse without changing the person. And it's a very powerful message. It's very inspirational. It's very hopeful. People are coming to me in tears over and over.
And they're getting it.
And
They
it's
understand it.
hitting people on so many different levels. You know, I have this intention, but it's amazing how it is spread across, how it reaches people on their own personal level. And they maybe, so many people come up and say, I don't own a horse, I don't even care about horses, but this movie just overtook me. I was so engaged in this world, and it's such, I felt so personal in this world, and it touched me on such a level, and it made me think about how I raise my kids, or how I'm dealing with my husband, and how I'm dealing with someone at work. It does cover this broad area that originally it wasn't exactly what I expected, but it's a pleasant surprise, because I knew that I always walked away with this inspirational feeling, and my friends did too. We just go, we're just on cloud nine. We just want to work harder and do better. And
to make that come to
this.
life is amazing, and
It
particularly on your first time. I just think it's such an inspiring story from both points of view, both your story and yours. So
thanks.
congratulations on being here at Sundance. People are just raving about it. People are talking about it. So you're going to have a lot of fun more screenings to participate in. So thank you both for coming in.
You're welcome.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back with more In the Can right after this. My